Chris Bolts, and I'm coming in with some really good news for you guys if you can't already see what's going on with the article that's in front of us right now. Now, before I do get into the content, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really helps me out. And as I said right here, the good news is, beginning and after the end of the season, it's going to be renewed for a second season. Now, originally, I thought the first season was only going to go for 24 episodes, but that's not the case. The last episode should be airing next week for season 1. And apparently, the series has done so well that Crunchyroll felt confident to go ahead and announce for season 2. More of that in a minute here. So yeah, pretty much it's announcing it. And it's not that surprising that it has gotten an announcement for a second season, despite the fact that the animation style, the very lackluster storytelling, in my view, has not prevented this from getting a second season. It hasn't been that very popular here in the States, but it still remains to be popular in Japan. And even though it's not popular here in the States, it does still hold pretty much a high ranking within the top 20. Well, saying high ranking is probably pushing it just a little bit and everything like that. But what I will say is that it has never left the top 20 here in the States, as you see right here for last week's rankings, according to Anime Corner, our friends over at Anime Corner. The beginning of after the end, ranked 17th. It tied with I Left My A Rank Party for such a long title for a Japanese animation, which is, by the way, it is a good anime. I Left My A Rank Party, but it tied with TBATE. And over in Japan, it has never left third place for the entire spring season, according to D Anime. It has been at third place for the entirety of the animation's history over there. So it getting a second season is not that big of a surprise or anything like that. Again, despite the fact that this animation has poor animation. I think it's kind of a stretch to call it an animation, since most of it has been a PowerPoint presentation in my view. And the story has just been lackluster. It did not deliver. I was waiting for the big hooks, big gotcha moments, big plot developments in the season, and it just did not happen. In fact, I'm still kind of wondering what's going on or what the premise of this entire story is, other than the fact that it's a king that was reincarnated as a little kid, Musoku Tensei, as it's been derisively called, due to the similarities between Mushoku Tensei and TBATE's origins for their main protagonist. In fact, they almost look alike. So it's surprising that it has gotten a renewal for a second season, but at the same time, it's not, because again, even though what we personally feel about it, Japan feels quite happy with it. Crunchyroll feels confident about it. It has not left the top 20 for the American rankings. And since Crunchyroll is confident in it, they say, hey, we'll go ahead and give it a second season. Now, hopefully in the second season, they will get a slightly bigger budget that will allow them to go ahead and do this cartoon justice. Because according to the manhwa, according to fans, it's a really good manhwa, and it rivals that of Solo Leveling. So we'll have to just see when that will premiere. It will premiere in 2026. Doesn't tell us if that's going to be in the spring, summer, fall, or winter seasons. But generally, I would assume that it probably would be about spring 2026, because generally it's about a year or a year and some change between seasons when they do stuff like this. So jump down in the comments and let me guys know what you guys think about TBATE being renewed for a second season. Are you surprised by that? Are you happy with it? Are you saddened by it? whatever your feelings may be about it, jump down in the comments and let me know. And make sure you do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff helps me out. And if you watch this video all the way to the end, I really do appreciate your support. And remember, this is Chris Bolts signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You take it easy.